Got my copy of the book from Torben Sondergaard, 412 Days Persecuted for Christ. Torben is a minister of God who, I think he was out of Denmark, and he was leading people to Jesus, not doing things the old-fashioned church way, but getting on the streets and casting out demons, healing the sick, working in God's power. And they didn't like it. The government, the onlookers didn't like it because there was real power. People were really getting touched by the power and majesty of the Most High. So what they did is they wrote laws in Denmark to say, if you cast out demons on people, you are guilty of, what was it, psychological abuse? It's craziness. So they passed that law because of him. And so he got out of there. He sought asylum in the United States. This is what America was made for. The Mayflower consisted of people who were trying to escape persecution in Europe. They wanted to do house church in Europe, and the established church was persecuting people who were daring to read their Bibles out of their own home. And so they came on the Mayflower to come to America for the freedom and the flexibility to study God's Word without going through a priest. And that's what was part of the definition, the founding principles of America, is to give people an asylum, a place where they are free to study and pursue their faith in Jesus and read the Bible. And in this case, Torben Sondergaard came to be able to minister freely, at least engage in his faith with his family. And he was here for a little while. He did paperwork for extending his visa. I believe, from my understanding, it got approved, no problem. But the enemy, who is in the spiritual realm, he really didn't like what Torben was doing, because he changed my life. Torben did. Last Reformation is his organization, and there's a lot of groups, house churches, and people who get together, and they're inspired by Torben's work. Right now, I think Torben's in Mexico. But anyway, enemy did not like what he was doing. So Torben was arranging to go to Mexico, but one of the federal government agencies said, "Hey, why don't you come over here? We want to talk to you," before he made it over there to Mexico. They dragged him into a room and they said, basically, you're under arrest for smuggling children or something like that, which he didn't obviously do, but they made up garbage. And then when he got into prison, they changed the story. They said, well, it's for smuggling firearms. He's never pulled a trigger in his life, probably. And so then that didn't hold out, and they held him there for over a year before one of Americans. He was held in Florida. In the United States of America, a minister of God was held in Florida, persecuted for maintaining his faith, for having faith in God and engaging in ministry. In Florida, United States of America, an American congressman got up in Congress, in or a state Congress. I don't know if it was a U.S. Congress or state Congress, but he actually said, I believe that this man is being held because he is an evangelical Christian, and you guys are holding him on that principle. And because he said that, they let him go. They got caught. This became a political thing. And the fact that they let him go without any proper charges moving forward, and they did like on paper, it's because of his overstay of his visa, which is total garbage. They changed the paperwork on him. He's now in limbo. He can't come back to the United States. And so he wrote this book. I got this for free. He's offering it for free. He wants his story told. But it's a warning. 412 days persecuted for Christ. It's coming. Are you ready? Guys, it's coming. If you're a Christian and you are actually engaged in the Great Commission, you stand a chance of being persecuted like Torben was. This coming few years, things could radically change in the United States of America. We could be thrown in prison just like Torben was. Now, on the good side, that's actually a good thing in a sense. Jesus said, count it all joy if you get persecuted for my name's sake. But I want you guys to be aware, to pay attention. Pay attention. America is not what it was. This happened on our turf, and you guys need to, seriously, ramp. If you're not worried about this, or I should say, being prepared, potentially going to prison, then maybe your walk with God is not serious enough. that you're being challenged to fulfill the Great Commission. How about that? That might be a little bit pushy. Sorry. But I want you guys to pay attention. Anyway, if you want this book, I got it for free. He might still be offering it for free. Obviously, he's soliciting donations in general, like for his defense, trying to get back into America. He wants closure on this stupid matter. But please pay attention, guys. Be warned. Times will be changing. They're not might be changing. They will be changing in America, as they already have. We have a person who sought asylum for his faith in America, and he ended up going to jail, prison for it. Recently. Something's wrong, and it's getting worse.